Welcome back, everybody. So let's go through all the updates you need to know about when it comes to the next stimulus bill that is going to be worked on and eventually passed. The House of Representatives is already talking about next week voting on 2021 budget resolutions, many of which the line items included in those resolutions will be a part of Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion economic stimulus relief bill. This is coming directly from the House Budget Chairman, John Yarmuth, and they're likely going to be using budget reconciliation to get a lot of these bills through the House and the Senate very quickly. Budget reconciliation is something we've been talking to you about on this channel for a long time. It's basically a means by which when a bill goes through the House, in order to pass the Senate, you need 60 votes on most bills. However, if they fit the rules of budget reconciliation, you only need a simple majority. Many of the items in Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion economic stimulus relief bill that he outlined 2 weeks ago will fall into the rules for budget reconciliation. Some of those things are the stimulus checks that they want to send to the American people, the $1,400 checks. And it's right now $1,400 for adults, adult dependents, and for children. In addition, items like the unemployment boost would probably also likely fit in with the qualifications of budget reconciliation, but things like the $15 minimum wage increase would not. So what does this mean? It means that the House of Representatives is planning on making multiple bills out of Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion economic stimulus relief. The first bills they're going to be working on are the ones that fit within budget reconciliation, meaning they can get them through the Senate very quickly, and stimulus checks will be a part of those bills, including unemployment and whatever other line items fit the rules. President Joe Biden is meeting this Friday with the House Budget Chairman and Secretary of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, in order to try and speed up this process in getting these bills passed through the House and the Senate very quickly. The full House won't be back in session until February 22nd. So what does the timeline for all of this look like? Well, we're hearing all of these whispers that they're going to start voting on this stuff next week, or at least really working on this stuff next week. But it's going to be interesting to see how long it's going to take them to put these bills together, to craft them, vote them, pass them off, and then send them to the Senate. Although we're hearing as early as next week, it could take them multiple weeks in order to do this, and they might send it off the week of February 22nd. But the ultimate deadline they're looking not to pass is in mid-March, around March 15th, because that's when the unemployment boost runs out. So they want to make sure that they're funding that going into the future. So look for these first bills that qualify for budget reconciliation, which will include the $1,400 stimulus checks and the unemployment boost, to get through the House and the Senate and signed by President Joe Biden before March 15th. My guess is early March is a good timeline for this. The only question is, can it pass the Senate with a simple majority? I believe it can. I think there is a bipartisan agreement in the Senate where they're going to get pretty much every Democrat to vote for this. Maybe they might get 48 or 49 to vote for it with 1 or 2 dissensions, but I also think they're going to get at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Republicans as well. Therefore, it will pass the Senate. So I believe the percentages are very high right now. I would put 80 to 90% chance that before March 15th, they will in fact pass a bill that will include $1,400 stimulus checks for the American people, including adult dependents and children. The percentages are actually in fact very high for that. Now, the other line items that are in Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion bill, they're going to have to put that in a normal bill that's going to have to get 60 votes in the Senate. But good thing for you and me, the stimulus checks won't be in that bill. They will put them only in the bills that need a simple majority. We're going to have to watch how they craft this all together in the upcoming weeks, though, because although they are saying next week, the House of Representatives and these lawmakers can run slow. So I would say right now, because a lot of people need to know, I mean, they're like, Vin, when is this going to happen? I need to know when the $1,400 checks can come. I would say hedge your bets between March 1st and March 15th. That is my guess when they will pass this thing through. Now, once they pass it, we already know how long it takes to hit our accounts. We watched that happen with the $600. Give yourself at least another month to make sure that it's going to hit your accounts, because you and I both know it's going to hit some people's accounts within the first week or two, and then many of us are going to be waiting another 3 or 4 weeks, and some of us are still waiting at this point. So give yourself a month. So I think they pass it March 1st to March 15th, and then that means expect it into your account probably by April 1st, April 15th. That timeline right now is looking like the high probability chance. I'm going to continue to keep you updated on this. So I'm going to look at what all these Congress people are saying, the House Budget Chairman, Secretary of the Treasury, Joe Biden, and the leaders in the House and the Senate, and try to to figure out exactly how they're crafting this thing out and when they're going to get it through. And as things change, I'll let you know. But right now, that's a really good guess. I bet you it might be spot on exactly when they're going to do it. If they get it done earlier than that, I would be super impressed. But hey, you never know. It's possible. But right now, that's looking like what it's going to be. It's always good to have you along with me. This is some really good news for today. It makes it look like the $1,400 checks are going to, in fact, make it through by March 15th. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, consider subscribing. We will continue to keep you up to date on this. As always, I will catch you next time.